what really is root cause healing? And you actually might be surprised that most practitioners in the holistic health space and the functional medicine space aren't actually doing this. So if you don't know me, I'm Megan. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner and functional blood chemistry specialist, among several other things. And I spent many years as a patient before I became a practitioner, and I didn't even realize I was being symptom managed very similarly to Western medicine, but from a supplemental perspective, from a more in-depth perspective for many, many years. And we see a lot of clients come into our practice in very similar situations, and they're not seeing results. They're not seeing long-term results. And that's really where I was for many years, and with gut issues and cognitive issues and hormone issues and toxin overload issues and weight issues and thyroid issues and autoimmunity, all of these things that were being symptom managed, but no one was really looking at the whole picture together here. And if we think about things like hormone dysregulation, thyroid issues, cortisol issues, gut issues especially tend to be symptom managed. Even some mental and emotional health issues can largely be symptom managed. Autoimmunity issues can be largely symptom managed. The bigger question needs to be, okay, so we have all of these things, and it's valuable to find a lot of these things. And the bigger question is, how and why did this happen in the first place? And a lot of times we need to ask that multiple times to really get to the root cause of those issues. And so in our practice, we really look at the bigger picture and work our way in, because we know that if someone has a lot of these bigger issues that I'm going to talk about in just a second, these other little things, which let's say cortisol, sex hormones, thyroid issues, like these things aren't going to be healed, aren't going to be fixed unless we look at all of these other things that impact these smaller things and address these and kind of work our way in. And a lot of times when we address the bigger issues, all this other little stuff just fixes itself because the body has what it needs to actually fully heal and stay healed long term. So if we look at the bigger picture, often things that are missed, toxin overload issues are huge. If you have gut overgrowth issues and are not looking at toxin overload, I can almost guarantee that all of your gut issues are going to come back. That may be a couple months from now, it may be a year from now, but they're going to come back, because we need to understand that toxins feed and fuel gut overgrowth issues. They also mess with hormones. They cause stress on the body, so we might have a really hard time regulating cortisol issues. So toxin overload issues, parasite overload issues are hugely, hugely missed. Oftentimes people look at specific nutrient deficiencies that look at even chronic viral issues, and a lot of these are symptoms, and we need to look at the bigger picture here. So toxin overload issues, parasite overload, nervous system dysregulation is a massive one that is largely missed. So if you feel like you've been working on a lot of these things, you've been put on a bunch of supplements, you've been put on a bunch of restrictive diets, and you're just not quite seeing the results that you were hoping for, the likelihood that you are being symptom managed just on a larger scale is pretty darn high. And so it's important to dig deeper into all of these things, to work with someone who understands all of these bigger pictures and everything and how to put all of these pieces together, because it can be very challenging. So if you want to learn more about this, we have a great podcast episode on root cause healing, and we dive deeper into all of this. We also offer free consults to help people dig a little bit deeper and look at the bigger picture here, and they are completely for free. We will also look at labs during this. So use the link in our bio to book a consult with us. There's also a link to our podcast episode in there, among many other free resources.